My name is Erica Lorraine Spencer, and I remain subject to state surveillance and terrorism by the state of California that is operating a malicious targeting system which is referred to as federal group stalking and monitoring via communication devices. And it is in violation of federal stalking statute 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsections 1 and 2. My website and podcast serve the public good by publishing evidence of the public entity's ceaseless engagement in a pattern of conduct intended to stalk and monitor via communication devices, surveil, harass, and terrorize an American citizen in concert with the people of the state of California. Documentation serves the lawful purposes of wide exposure, federal prosecution, and influencing federal legislation with policies specifically designed to punish, dismantle, and disincentivize an unprecedented targeting system by a public entity that acts in concert with the people of the state in order to criminally place under surveillance and terrorize an American citizen, which is a matter of public corruption in the state of California. See thepatternofconduct.wordpress.com. All right, it's 9:11 a.m. arriving at Omnitrans arriving on Omnitrans to Fontana Metro train station at 9:10 a.m. And this is driven by African American female. The employee number displayed is 3020. It's bus number 1333, license plate 1302445. Crossing path, what you hear is license 1399977, bus 1261. What you also hear in the background is another African American female. She's an Omnitrans employee. She's monitoring, she's stalking in the path. She's monitoring while Omnitrans is creating ongoing light activity around the property. They're doing so with Spectrum as well. Spectrum's parked at Village at Sierra, monitoring with the company Omnitrans, which represents the people of the state acting via different companies. It's currently 9:12 a.m., so I want to document that again. That is Route 61 that I took to Fontana Metrolink train station, getting on at B&G Plaza today. And it is currently April 1st, 2022, and it's 9:12 a.m. at Fontana Metrolink train station. See, license 1234744, I believe. Bus 2502 arriving crossing path with light activity at Fontana Metrolink train station. And this is bus number, is this your bus right here?
It's broke down.
Oh, it's broke down? Okay. This is P.O.C. It is currently 9:12 a.m. and that's license 1399979, bus 1264, and it is the method of creation of light activity around the perimeter. But I just wanted to, you're listening to a minion that's stalking in the path. That's an Omnitrans employee, the African American you hear. She's stalking and monitoring on the sidewalk. That's why I asked her that question. I'm documenting the elements of monitoring. 1234704 is the correct license plate of bus number 2502. It is currently 9:13 a.m. Bus number Route 66, license 1370398. That's Route 66 at Omnitrans. The company is surrounding the property with light activity. This is state surveillance. So this is the elements of monitoring underway and doing so in concert with the people of the state. The entire route here, as is already established, that is the P.O.C. Spectrum, that is engaged in surveillance, sitting in that Spectrum vehicle on the Village at Sierra side of Orangeway, doing so with license plate 72537W1. The minion has been engaged in surveillance again upon arrival, so sitting in the vehicle, maintaining presence, and doing the same thing even if they had some wire in their hand, looking like they're attaching cords to some minion's apartment for cable. This is all Spectrum is doing, is using a company brand to engage in surveillance with the state and doing so with the people at Omnitrans, with Omnitrans. This is a Latino male. And this is license. The correct license of Spectrum engaging in surveillance over here, it's 22537W1. Alrighty, that is third-party Spectrum. It is currently 9:14 a.m. This is the people of the state engaging in ongoing surveillance, and this is stalking on behalf of the state. So you're talking about what is presence in all manner. Wherever it is that you live, you're present on behalf of the state, and where you live is called a third-party facilitating venue. And if you are present while the pattern of conduct is underway, you are engaged in what is a malicious system of surveillance, and you don't have a legal argument, and you're also revealed as having that same condition. It's a demonic environment that you are intentionally present in, and now engaging in criminal conduct that is no longer covert, it's revealed. 8FFK372. BU92X09 paper 7DAY945 7AQW068. I can't do that. 8K49142. 6TOL571 7VWG189. 6YOD519. 6UXH347 7RZU078. 8LAK228. 5XXG344 HEALANI 6TFH268. And Metrolink engaged in the P.O.C. by crossing path, and it's also facilitation, which is always the case. Engaging in the pattern of conduct of group stalking and monitoring, light activity, audible activity, and relevant positioning, just being there, is facilitation. Your presence, your activity creation is enabling another to monitor as well in the government. But when I'm speaking to with regard to Metrolink, they are present at 9:10 a.m. upon my arrival. They are crossing path, and everybody on that train is crossing path as well. So it is facilitation by virtue of what Metrolink does, okay? They're transporting minions, and they're doing so in order to engage in the system of surveillance, and that's what they're doing at 9:10 a.m. They are crossing path. And 9:10 a.m., they are on, first of all, Metrolink has cameras on it, and the cameras of Omnitrans as well. Well, they are group stalking at that venue. And as I'm getting off the bus at 9:10 a.m., Metrolink is going eastbound on the train tracks at that train station. So I just want to document that. LKK 1585, 8NFK037, 7BCR638, 8NKM 697, 8YMZ022, 8S51311, 8S17008, 5CXK295, 8GTN538, BM93H11, I believe, 8USF573. That BM license plate is a paper plate. And it's currently 9:17 a.m. This is P.O.C. $7KYJ134. $6EPD573. $8GCZ169. BPU5848, that's Washington. $6ZHL335, 8VNJ668, 6WSA293. I'm sorry, that's 7SWA. 8URJ263, 7B51051, 7TRZ251, 6FCB896, 8GTK725, 5DEF162, 8J52105. Fontana PD 3010895, that's on a motorcycle. HLPTAX, monitoring with Fontana PD. 12312F3, and they all are, just want to be clear, physically crossing paths with the police, group stalking together. 7MIX467. $8MPM 565, 7SEN 292, 7NLR 739. And it's 9:19 a.m. and I'm walking north on Sierra Avenue. And so this is the same location where the entity is documenting keeping what is the light source and not the actual sun. And as early as what is 8 o'clock in the morning until as late as what is after approximately 6:30 p.m. So this is the pattern of conduct, 7KUZ683, 32458R2, 8JKC851. And no deviation from, well, actually it's not a deviation, 1590822, because keeping a fake sun over the target individual by day is not the only means. Obviously the pattern of conduct continues at night. All right, so that hallmark, as it has already been captured in Fontana at the in relevant position to where it is that I remain all day, DT539 handicap, mainly the library. This is already captured, it's already documented. The fact that you captured that phenomenon, that scientific impossibility, is speaking to the ceaseless P.O.C. All right, and so there is no covering up that fake sun that's going to change it on the next day or the day after that. 8LJA278, 8ZRM268. When you're talking about capturing what is directed light that you're being accosted with, attacked with, harassed with, and terrorized with, the pattern of conduct is in no way ceasing the next day, 7 U.S.C. 552, or the next hour, or 5 minutes after that. Okay? That is speaking to the pattern of conduct that's ceaselessly underway. 8PGP145, 8PDM873, 8WHL088, 7KPP553, 8JVN790, 83843Z1, 7RGG772, 8ZVA959, 5XMY447, 74749Z2, 7VCL144, 8YGW610, 7FHG264, 7U72670, I can't see that one, 8VUB611, 5UGZ732, 7XVC927, 68459D3, 8U24045, 7BUA511, CC31G94, paper, 8XLK366, 7SVC280, 4MXN731, 7LJT371, 8CQY620, 95239Z2, 6SIT453, 6CRN266, 7ZIW100, 5KHF156, Omnitrans stalking in the path with Route 14. Light activity, as you can hear them, that's they're stalking in the path. That's creation of light activity and crossing path, monitoring with the people who are on the bus. 1420239, bus 1287. License 8UZC055, and it's 9:23 a.m. They are going southbound on Sierra Avenue right now. Monitoring at Immigrants Legal Options, located at 8456 Sierra Avenue. A minion with license 8SAF174, monitoring at that venue. And the people of the state, I want to be clear, it's currently 9:24 a.m., 72730D3. By the way, they're monitoring all day long in relevant position while the entity keeps a fake sun over the Fontana Lewis Library for in excess of 9 hours in the day. But I'm just documenting P.O.C. right now while license 8SAF174 crosses path coming out of that third-party facilitating venue. 7PPF393, 79531H2. And if those aren't natural-born citizens, you deport them out of the country. And the same for those that are working in that immigration office. While they're trying to help other people with their papers, you get prosecuted, documented, excuse me, as a group stalker, you're deported out of here. 7FGR487. It's 9:24 a.m. 8UYB407, 7KYW293, 8PVP164, 7PSK490, DT473 handicap, 5GHV437, 8EOH970, 7HMJ919, 8ETB422, 5FFL712, 5LGM601, 84922D3, 7WWJ256, 8SKZ765, 80458S1, 7JPY325, 7EHF113, 7JSV322. It's 9:26 a.m. 7YMC845, 8SAN942, 8RIK816. And again, the bus, excuse me, not the bus, but Flower Market, biggest and prettiest Ecuadorian roses, they're monitoring. And that's that license I read, 80458S1. I want to make sure I include the company name with that license plate. It's a commercial vehicle engaging in interstate stalking. 8RIK816, 97933H2, Retrofit Service Company Incorporated, 6W92817. 8TDD108, 7MUD011, 04796C1, 8XDT623. Eight 83380H3, 8YPJ406, it's 9:27 a.m. 6LGB477, 8TFJ485, 6U95691, 98155L2, 68215G2, BT33L14 paper, 8PLT195, 6ZNM627, 8R71980. Third party of Mr. Phil Cochran State Farm Insurance. They're monitoring from what is Fontana Chamber of Commerce and crossing path again with SFPHIL3. That's the license plate, and their facilitating venue is right here across the street from the Stater Brothers. And they're monitoring crossing path. Just want to be clear, they're monitoring at their third party facilitating venue, and they're monitoring at state facilitating venue, Fontana Chamber of Commerce, where I was walking at the intersection and reading license plates. Just want to note that it's 9:28 a.m. 7LUA941. 7LIM494, 16635G2. That's called amplification. 7JHN851, 8GSY552, 8ZVF181. Four LVU917, 4MDB309, it's 9:29 a.m. 7KPS084, 8ZWJ610, 7PBD114, 7FSD862, 58NF312. 6XVC775. It's 9:29 a.m. still. I am in the parking lot of Stater Brothers, which is within a plaza, by the way. 6LHS792, 6VVC466. This is an employee of Stater Brothers, loitering in relevant position, sitting in their vehicle, stalking in the path. 7YPD409. That's a Ford Fusion. See, 8SAE963, 57603P2, 6CTT200. Seven BMW 360 337TA. So you have what are minions that are maintaining presence. This is stalking in the path in the parking lot. That's what 8SDN233 is doing. 7 BMW 360, the one that I recited, the license plate of the Ford Fusion, the employee of Stater Brothers, the license plate of the, I believe it starts with 7CW. They're all sitting in the parking lot, group stalking in the parking lot. This is presence in the path while I'm walking through the venue, okay? That's P.O.C. of surveillance. That's what Spectrum is doing. They're lining the path, okay? It's currently 9:31 a.m. at Stater Brothers. Hi. Do you mind if I get a water bottle? Thank you. Don't you smell minty? Thank you. She's group stalking. That's an employee. It's audible activity and light activity while she uses that scanner. Going at a location where I am. I've been documented before to be there. This is group stalking in a grocery store. It's currently 9:32 a.m. 8 UFR 804 58476L2 8 THM 953 CA 99737. I believe that's a paper plate. That's a white male with heavy facial hair. 8C 89125 5RFZ 833 8JAT 203 63679C1 6JYJ 209 43422T1 8LXU 953 8T. Oh yeah, I read that one. 7YEJ 987. And this is specifically advanced AE landscape design, advanced environmental landscape, license number 708716. That's the license plate that I read, 43422T1. They're in the parking lot engaging in monitoring at the venue of Stater Brothers where I'm at. 337TA, handicap, 8WZC227, 7ZVZ570, 6ALA703, 8DGT941, 8RIH862. 7RKJ342, 7UKM250, and 57603P2, in case I didn't read that one already. 8AWY611, 7KNY776. BF94V78 paper. 8XLK337, 7YPB409, 6VVC466. I think I read that one. 8GJS549, 8WZX138, see, 7RNN950, 68568R2, 8KIL856, 8YJK307, 8JLD019. All right, and it's 9:48 a.m. I am exiting. I completed a purchase at Stater Brothers where minions are stalking with noise. Well, I was going to say it's crazy, and it is crazy, but again, I'm being very specific and precise with the word usage, and I don't want it to be misconstrued. Demon possession is not crazy as in insanity. All right, although looking at it and also ignorant about what is demon possession on a person as opposed to what you're going to assign some sort of mental illness. 75575B1. Demon possession is a type of crazy, but this is an evil crazy. This is wicked. All right. Now, in the secular, and also, let me be clear. Let me tell you something about demonic activity. While Satan has those that are in positions, and speaking of things such as 8SKY541, assigning it to what? Oh, this is mental health. When you're looking at an ordinary, on the surface, what appears to be ordinary is somebody suffering from some brain deficiencies, for some mental incapacity, as you would assign it. But let me be clear: a person that is following someone, and that's what you're doing. They are following around, and they're doing it all together. All right. And they're maintaining an ongoing disruptive chorus of noise while they are surrounded by what is an entirely abnormal and literally like a cartoon-like environment, light on the ceiling, light moving around in the depths of a building. That is something that would be and should be described as suffering from mental health. To engage in that conduct, to engage in it with other people, to engage in it in a manner to where you are seeking to conduct yourself outwardly amongst the entire group together, as though you're not engaging in that very demented conduct, as though you are concerned with what would otherwise be innocuous and normal, what you should be, you're minding your own business, but you're not. Let me be clear, that is the conduct of what is a psychopath. That's not mental illness with regard to not knowing what you're doing, not knowing with regard to what is the illegality of your conduct. That's what the malice of the entire system reveals. It's not a crazy that's insane. It's a crazy that's evil. It's the conduct of psychopaths. 7R89545. That's what demon possession is over the people of the state who are engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring. That's exactly the pattern of conduct that's occurring inside of the specific environment. That's exactly the pattern of conduct of law enforcement who engage in the same exact pattern of conduct, 8MJX625, and who are relying on what you will be focused on: their uniforms, their identity, the badges, the way that they're acting. They're acting all serious. They're acting like they're noble. They're acting like somebody who would be above suspicion. All these false assumptions that we assign to people, and demons rely on it. That's a psychopath, okay? License 8KYU773. And so, like I said, understanding that, what I'm documenting are literally, these are the creatures, the cockroaches of humanity. 7UCJ089, that's what the demon-possessed are. Okay, this is Satan that is at work amongst a people. And they are the lowest of the low. They don't even have their own existence. They're sitting around driving on a Corvette, bragging on their license plate about having a PhD, and they're stalking somebody. They're stalking. They don't even like their own lives. Okay, so let me give you a fundamental breakdown, break that all the way down as to what's wrong with them. There is nothing impressive about the demon-possessed. You are understanding them by that demonic environment that they're in. And that demonic environment is that which is unmistakable. It's a scientific fact that that is not naturally occurring. It's impossible, what I've documented, the P.O.C. It's impossible. All right, and there is nothing that you're going to be distracted about with regard to that ongoing pattern of conduct. 1302444, bus 2357. And with that in mind, this is the same venue or inside of that Stater Brothers at 8228 Sierra Avenue, where I'm showing you what is my shadow that's moving along the ceiling. 71940 handicap. I documented that. Light that's just manifesting on the ceiling above my head. Just sitting there. Okay. That's directed light. 26943S1. United States Postal Service group stalking as well. Vehicle number 2202426. Vehicle 63 is on the back of it. 7KOR681. And again, the United States Postal Service, that's the feds. That's the federal government engaging in the pattern of conduct. 8HIZ457 in San Bernardino County, 1419526 in a white pickup truck. The venue is documented specifically as well, but I'm speaking to, again, what you are always mindful of, the macro level. Take a step back. Do not get lost in the trees. All right? You're talking about what is the big picture as I'm documenting venue to venue. Don't forget what I document at this venue, but what I document at this venue is what I'm documenting everywhere that I go. It is a system that's at play. And you're understanding what is the venue, that is the government that's stalking. Venue is nothing other than a terminology. This is setting what is a framework to prosecute the government. Venue is nothing other than a term used to identify where a third party is because they're not present on their own behalf. It's a venue where the government is present. The government's present through them. That's why lights on the ceiling. That's why light sources over my head, an impossible phenomenon with regard to what it's scientifically impossible that would actually be the sun as I'm documenting it. As I'm capturing this impossibility, it is the pattern of conduct. It's revealing the pattern of conduct is underway. And inside of this venue that is specifically documented, not different than the documentation that exists on the larger scale. This is consistent with the ongoing P.O.C. All right. But at this particular venue, they're inside of the grocery store stalking with noise. Okay. Loud crashing and booming. So anything that you're hearing, first of all, even if these demons were normal, which they're not, I can't even give you a scenario, but say even if these demons were normal and they weren't so obviously just engaging, I mean, it sounds like what are you, crashing shopping carts in the next aisle? That's what it sounds like. And they're engaging in group stalking while they're walking down the aisles around me. And they do so, how are you doing in a grocery store? Making it appear as though you're not just crashing shopping carts, right? Inventory, stalking inventory, scanning the inventory like you heard this demon doing as I let you listen to that. Doing so wherever it is that I am present, and you're taking turns. You're not doing it individually. They're all taking turns. And they're all in the environment where engineered light is present. All right, and so you're talking about what is entirely demented. All right, and that would be 8TVK872, 8RWG904. That is understanding what is the mental illness, if you want to apply titles. But like I said, you have what is a failure of the medical profession. They're minions that are diagnosing targeted individuals, let alone the psychopaths that are the people of the state. It is the exact opposite, meaning I'm showing you what is that pattern of conduct that is underway. The entity is engaging in targeting. The entity is engaging in what is criminal defamation. The entity is engaging in what is obstruction of justice, while you have criminals such as 7HPTO64. I can't really see it that clearly. It's 9:56 a.m. You got demons that are group stalking at the Allard engineering, like I documented yesterday in that parking lot. Over here, I'm on the side of what is Spaggy's Restaurant and Event Center at 16880 Sierra Avenue. Minion using their vehicle as light in the path, and demons patrolling in traffic, demons that are stalking on the path, walking around on the sidewalk. This is ongoing stalking. And this is entirely demented. All right, there are not enough mental health professionals, in other words, to even diagnose all of these minions 11064Z2 that are engaging in entirely disturbing conduct together. All right, license 8WZL313. So you have what is the ongoing maintenance of noise inside of the grocery store, and this is indeed the pattern of conduct. It is serving that ongoing pattern of conduct. That is why it is documented, as is already the case. First of all, the light source remaining over my head, central over my head, directed light inside of that venue, directed light inside of the depths of the store while I have multiple shadows. All of the hallmarks. Okay, the entity engaging in this pattern of conduct, and they're doing so, the demon possessed engaging in stalking with noise, following around and engaging in ongoing clamor, disruptive noise. While demons engage in this conduct, it's entirely demented. Okay, that's conduct of a psychopath, and it's also what is harassing by an entity. So understand that. 8MKN556. This is how they engage in monitoring you, maintaining noise. And doing so with regard to the maintenance of the elements as you make any said moves. As I move my hand off of my luggage cart and reach for peanut butter on the shelf, boom, bang, crash, noise is occurring, okay? Even if it's not in a loud crash, but the use of a PA system, somebody immediately, their phone rings, it is followed with noise, some method of audible activity. License 8YYX306, it's 9:57 a.m. 8ZGE663 Omnitrans is monitoring 1545685, Route 67, bus 2354, going northbound on Sierra Avenue right now at 9:58 a.m. License 8MQA562. That's entirely demented. All right, and then that same demonic entity is sitting in a computer lab, wherever it is that I'm sitting. Okay, if I'm sitting in a study room, they're congregated in study rooms around me. They're sitting in relevant positions. They are group stalking all day. This is Satan. This is the obsession, the stalking conduct, and also at the same time the hostility. Because while Satan is so obsessed in his stalking, all right, can't stand my guts, but it's stalking. Okay, this is spiritual, what I am revealing. But let me be clear: this demonic activity, because that's what it is, it's criminal. 7XFX 793. 8NHT 422, and the fact that it's demonic activity is evidenced by the documentation speaking to what is criminal conduct serving an ongoing criminal purpose by a government that has no business placing you under surveillance. That's what this demonic activity serves, and it is the criminalization of that demonic activity. 7KJH455. 6NYZ 858. 8VZN213, and the demons of Fontana Police, vehicle 05, license plate 1607154. Monitoring with this demon, Be Safe Fire Protection, license, let's see, this is a Latino male with a big nose. Let me show you him, he's monitoring. Monitoring with Fontana PD, group stalking at the red light, and operation of a communication device. Let me show you this, because you need to see that. Exactly what he's doing. He's monitoring, and that's license plate 74958G1 at Sierra Avenue and Civic Center. All right, group stalking at the intersection. All right, and doing so with law enforcement, and that's just visibly looking at that. They are always group stalking with law enforcement. Law enforcement is engaged in group stalking. Okay, this is what the police are doing, and that's what I'm speaking to, the ways in which you're going to legislate around police who are of this condition and are engaging in this criminal system and doing so with the people. NYILAN 19055E1 82578 Z2 5RRF 842, and it is currently 10 a.m. This is P.O.C. All right, the entity, is amplifying plane activity, where I am standing outside of the library, and it's 10:01 a.m. DeMonte, good morning, DeMonte, how are you? Okay, DeMonte is the African-American, the demon-possessed stalker. That's his condition, and he is a state actor working at Fontana Lewis Library. This is all legally relevant to the criminal conduct that DeMonte who was crossing path, and he's also monitoring while my panties are down. DeMonte's a sex offender. He's also a sex offender because he's engaged in molestation while I remain inside of this venue during the day. But he's a sex offender while he's engaging in that sexual violence of the perpetual sex offender in concert on behalf of the state, while the entity waits until my panties are down to amplify audible activity. That is the sexually predatory and sexually motivated pattern of conduct that's underway inside of the private space. It is audible activity. The entity is in relevant position. The entity is monitoring. The entity engages in sexually motivated conduct while it is engaging in the elements of monitoring in the bathroom. All right, this is the same crackhead that you saw yesterday, holding her head against the brick wall, covering her face while she's engaging in demonic stalking with activity, doing the same thing, walking in and flushing the toilet. But let me be clear, the toilet is not the one that she's in the stall of. Let me document this. These are automatic toilets. This toilet is flushing while it's not in use, while she did not walk into that toilet aisle. Or excuse me, that bathroom stall. She's walking into this one. You hear her walking in and out. She's crossing path. And that toilet next to her is what is flushing. This is activity creation. This is demonic activity while this demon enters in and is monitoring. DeMonte is a sex offender monitoring with this demon who is entering inside, okay? It's currently 10 a.m. I want to show you these toilets because they're automatic toilets. And you have what is the toilet that flushes automatically, just like you heard. And there's no stall that or button that she's pushing while she is walking in and out. All right, monitoring with what is DeMonte. Okay, relevant positioning, directed light. This is the same computer lab where the entity is putting light across the ceiling. That demon that already knows what I'm doing in the bathroom, engaging in what is activity creation. Okay, so I want to document that. That is a method of activity. And this is the exact same thing that the demon, that is the janitor, she walks in and the toilet flushes 3 times while I'm in the bathroom stall. These are electronic toilets. They're not stalls where you're pressing down the thing and flushing them manually. They are automatically flushing. And while demons are entering in, all of them are flushing. While they are patrolling in and out of the bathroom, they are flushing. Okay? So I want to document that. And this demon walks into the bathroom stall. The toilet doesn't flush at all. The one next to me is what you are hearing flushing, and does so as they begin patrolling inside. So I want to make sure I document that. DeMonte is a sex offender monitoring with that as well. While the demons are then, what you're listening to now, entering into the bathroom to further engage in what are sexually motivated conduct. That is monitoring inside of the private space. And you're already engaged in that surveillance while the entity is amplifying audible activity while my panties are down. Okay, that's a sex offender that's engaging in surveillance and also intends to sexually offend you. Okay, it's 10:11 a.m. This is documentation of DeMonte. It is the Fontana Lewis Library inside of the bathroom. This is P.O.C. Alrighty, in the same minion that engages in pounding on the keyboard, and he cannot type, which you can hear as he just uses it as a means of audible activity, is the African-American male with the hat. Engaging in daily surveillance is also monitoring in the bathroom as well, in the same condition, a demon, and stalking inside of this computer lab. This is P.O.C. This is federal stalking by entity inside of the private space. It's 10:12 a.m. It is 10:50 a.m. Those are the demons that like to drag in and out trash cans, going in and out of the bathrooms, which is the ongoing slamming of doors. Everything is loud as these demons engage in this conduct, and they're also engaging in monitoring while they know that they're being documented right now. Okay, it is still the P.O.C. These minions are monitoring documentation. It's 10:51 a.m. It's 11:47 a.m. These are demons that are engaging in harassment while they're monitoring my documentation. The ground is vibrating and shaking while they are positioning tables. This is harassment by the entity, demon-possessed ones who are engaged in the P.O.C. This is the employees acting with the people who are engaged in surveillance inside of the computer lab. And they've been engaged in this for a prolonged period of time. These demons know that they're being documented. And this is the supposedly quiet computer lab. Remember that. That's why I'm going to prosecute Stephanie. Harassment, P.O.C. that's stalking with activity. Did you hear me pick up the phone? These are minions who are monitoring. And this is the property where they need to keep it a fake sun for the duration of the day, and they're making this noise in directed light. So I want to show you the environment where these demons are engaging in what is harassment. That's impossible light appearing on the wall above the bookshelves. Pay attention to that. This is harassment by an entity. This is a demon that's intentionally creating noise while they are aware of what I'm publishing on the internet about this venue. Okay, that's impossible light up there. The windows are open. You can see the pattern of the blinds through the window. That's impossible light. Those are demons. And this is what is documentation of harassment by an entity, a demon-possessed entity acting on behalf of the public entity, the state of California, that is engaged in surveillance. The employees alike, demons. The minions sitting in here engaging in surveillance, demons, monitoring together. This is the hallmark. This is P.O.C. I'm also documenting on my podcast. And the entities are engaging in the creation of amplified noise, vibration of my desk. This is demonic activity, and this is the criminalization of that. This is terrorism inside the Fontana Lewis Library. It is P.O.C. and it's currently 12:01 p.m. All right, what you're listening to me is doing right now is capturing video because I've already established the P.O.C., but that was, I want you to get a visual of what you're listening to. These are, in fact, demons, as I've already shown you. This is demonic activity. And as I pick up my phone, as you hear me pick up my phone, they resume this ongoing noise conduct. The entity is engaging in what is, first of all, noise and engineered light, and I do capture video of what is directed light above the bookshelves, where these demons who are monitoring are engaging in what is harassment. This is also inherently harassing, and it's harassment by the government while they're engaging in surveillance with that entity. So this is a video that I captured. You're listening to me captured in real time. It's 12:02 p.m. and this is the entity that's stalking in the bathroom, engaging in entrance into the bathroom as I'm documenting the sex offender that is DeMontre. Okay, he is monitoring with the rest of his minions, and he's in relevant position. And then all you have is that crackhead, demon-possessed stalker who enters in, paces all around in the bathroom, and the toilets begin automatically flushing. This is demonic activity, and it is serving what is criminal stalking, interstate stalking. All right, it is 12:03 p.m. This is P.O.C. So as I showed you what is the impossible light that's above the heads of these demons that are calling themselves friends of the San Bernardino County Library, this is P.O.C. And that's why you saw that impossible light. And this is, let me break down what the entity is doing. This is the pattern of conduct, and this is also an entity that's monitoring documentation. And so this is why you have what is clearly the intent to continue that criminal and harassing pattern of conduct by moving what is the Friends of the Library, their book sale, which nobody cares about. That's why they have a closet-sized room right next door. They moved all of that into the cafe, creating that disturbance for the pattern of conduct. They're engaging in the P.O.C. in order to have their book sale area over here. This is also formed for what are sex offenders, maintaining presence around the bathroom, ongoing maintenance of presence in that direct light, just like you saw above their heads. And that is why they went out of their way to move the Friends of the Library book sale into what is this portion. So I just want to break that down for you. And that's exactly what it is. It's the ongoing maintenance of the same exact stalking with activity, the same exact impossible light, which is speaking to demons, all right? And this is harassment by demons who are also monitoring documentation and engaging in what is absurdly loud conduct that is also uncharacteristic of what's supposed to be going on in the library anyway. But this is why you can't conform to what's appropriate when you are demons engaging in stalking, all right? Demons are loud. They are clamorous. They're engaging in the deeds of death. That's what characterizes their conduct. And these are psychopaths engaging in that conduct together. All right, so I want to be clear. That's why they went out of their way to move it into the cafe and creating a disturbance in doing so, going out of their way to make that disruption for the pattern of conduct. I'm just giving you ongoing context. And it is indeed the pattern of conduct. That's why you have what is light that's appearing across the room, across the heads of those demons. Look at them rearranging their form for what's the P.O.C., calling it a book sale. Satan can call it whatever it wants to call it. It's called federal prosecution. Okay, it is currently 2:33 p.m. It's 3:12 p.m. The demonic activity is underway, as I've already documented inside of this venue. And so, like I said, now that the quote-unquote friends of the library are engaging in the pattern of conduct, And this is the same exact demonic activity. You're just, Satan's just calling itself friends of the library engaging in a book sale. The same exact directed light is moving across the computer screen next to me. That is impossible conduct. That's the conduct of demons. And I'm showing you what are the images of those demons who are maintaining presence around, while ongoing noise sounding like the plastic tubs, for example, that you see on the ground. They're kicking them around, making noises. And again, these are demons, so everything is louder than it actually would be. And in addition to that, while they're engaging in demonic conduct and criminal activity, which is interstate stalking, monitoring with communication devices, it's also uncharacteristic for what's supposed to be a quiet setting inside of the library. Okay, but that's, I'm speaking to what I'm continuously documenting in images, and also speaking to what is the ongoing demonic activity. And this is why you're also disregarding what is the setting, if you will. Well, you're disregarding with regard to understand, you are disregarding insofar as, the setting where the exact same demonic activity is underway. You are understanding demonic activity is not in any way premised upon or limited by or excluded from a certain type of minion, because that's exactly what they are. You see directed light above their head while they're making extraordinary noise. That's prosecution for what are the elements of monitoring. They're monitoring, and they're also demons engaging in harassment. All right, and this is the same exact conduct that I've already documented. These demons are standing around talking about book sales. And, oh, I can't wait till they have their little demon fest tomorrow, where the pattern of conduct is going to be underway. And while they're doing that, directed light moving across the computer screen next to me with simultaneity to what I do on the computer. All right, this is the same exact P.O.C. Just want to point that out to you. And you have demons in the background creating noise while these demons are sitting around. It's concerted conduct. So you're talking about what's noise that's amplified into the area while the rest of them just sit around. You know, they're just talking, chit-chatting, talking with those who are coming in, and they're so interested in the book sale and the DVDs. And, oh, man, I can't wait to catch up on my ratings, see what sells. These are demons that are stalking and monitoring. And it's entirely pathetic, but it's the P.O.C. It's both informative and it's also serving for what's prosecution. It's 3:15 p.m.
My site for a while.
Slamming of a door. That's a demon that's creating audible activity, and it's also louder than it actually would be. All right, and you're typically also taken out of the context of what are demons. You're typically not slamming doors inside of a quiet area of the library or in the library at all. Everything you hear is deliberately created. All right, that's why the light source is over the venue and direct the light is inside. You're listening to demons who are stalking with any method, including their voice, laughter, their conversation. Remember, it is the P.O.C. Slamming of a door. That's noise and engineered light. Hey, how's it going? She's a psychopath. She's a demon. Directed light moving across the computer screen while that psychopath that I just described to you, you hear her voice, hey, 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 how's it doing? Directed light moving across the computer screen while she's crossing path. The sound of that blender, that's the Asian couple, the sex offenders, okay? They are creating audible activity while that directed light is moving across the computer screen. All right, that's impossible light, and just as impossible as it occurring, being present stationary on the wall, which is how you're witnessing their demon possession, by the way, while it's above the bookcase, while you're looking at them unfold tables, that light is in motion directed across this computer screen while you're listening to this same demon creating audible activity. Hey, 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 how's it going? Stalkers. These are minions. This is exactly what's going to be the prosecution of the people of the state. This is terrorism. You understand how the people of the state of California engage in terrorism. The unpersuasive, because when you see that directed light, you're not deceived. You're not persuaded anymore. You understand what's a psychopath in front of your face. Engaging in what is conduct of highly demented nature, serving a criminal purpose. And that's going to be the prosecution for terrorism. This is what the people of the state are doing everywhere on behalf of the government at all times. Slamming of the doors incessantly, that's P.O.C. Now, get that picture of that psychopath in your mind, and it's more than one, it's not just one. But you have literally what are the sound of demons just slamming doors repeatedly over and over and over again, just hanging onto a door waiting to slam it. Because all they're doing is stalking. They're stalking with noise and stalking in the path. That's all they're doing. That's pathetic. And they're listening to me document them because they're monitoring. Stalking with noise. I'm changing screens on the computer. Stalking with noise. Page generating a new page. Stalking. So I'm just giving you context, like I said, what demons do and the moment that they do it. That's witnessing the demonic. Yep, P.O.C. I just generated a page on my podcast for August 15, 2019. This demon, the same overweight minion engaging in bathroom monitoring, is stalking with noise, sitting behind me. I already captured him. He's engaged in surveillance, engaging in the same. And you have what are demons? They're just taking turns, ongoing noise all day. That's terrorism, psychopaths surrounding. And by the way, it's 3:24 p.m. Amplification of the sound of traffic, like you can hear that through the walls of the library, okay? Like in the same way, like sunlight is reaching across the room, touching the walls above those demons' head who are building tables, or across the ceiling. It's amplified audible activity. I'm hearing it while I'm sitting at computer number FONPL01, the sound of what's supposed to be traffic. That's demonic. That's also terrorism. That's how it's going to be prosecuted. stalking with noise. You need to understand the substance of what you're listening to. You're listening to layers of audible activity. These demons who are carrying on a conversation, it's audible activity, and it's layered with what is incessant noise that is also created. They're monitoring together. And this is that which they engage in, by the way, where the entity also engages in what is, sensational activity, shaking my desk where I'm sitting while you're in another room creating audible activity and noise. All right? While you're listening to them converse in the background, you are witnessing psychopath conduct. They're stalking with the use of their noise, their voices. Okay? And it's layering of audible activity. Understand that. They're doing the exact same thing. just the overweight minion stalking with noise. Literally as I'm scrolling through things on the computer screen. Pay attention to all the ongoing noise. That's all it is, just noise and noise and noise. It's an engineered light. Sound like somebody's just kicking the wall a couple seconds ago. It's just ongoing noise. Okay, so I want to give you an example of what's demonic and the ongoing knowledge of the fact that these demons are being documented, which is also, by the way, inherent to the crime. It's based on the nature of the crime of monitoring. You're monitoring and you're monitoring documentation. But anyway, that blender that you're hearing, this is the agents that are operating this cafe, and they're monitoring while they're in operation of that blender. But like I said, I'm sitting in the computer area, the computer lab, and the same seat that I was where I captured video and those images, and you're looking at that ongoing demonic environment, that directed light, the hallmarks, they're monitoring. And I'm in the same seat. What you just heard right now is in the background a blender, which wearing headphones and listening to, for example, something loud, such as like listening to the rain, or even music, but I'm typically listening to like something loud like rain drowning out what will be these minions' conversation. I wouldn't be able to hear them talking. I wouldn't be able to hear this minion back here using an electrical cord just to hit the table while he's stalking with noise. I wouldn't be able to hear what is the bathroom door that you're hearing in the background sounding like a knock. It's a bathroom door. When I have on headphones and I am listening at high volume to what is ordinarily and what would drown out, you hear them right now. They're engaging in what is conduct that and under no circumstances is normal. I've already shown you the environment. These are demons that are engaging in what is a malicious system of surveillance. But nonetheless, you're listening to their muted, continuous, albeit muted, engagement in the pattern of conduct. And muted meaning turning down their conduct, as opposed to when they know I press stop and I'm not recording. It's still the P.O.C. though. Okay, I just want to be clear. You're dealing with what are psychopaths, and they're not avoiding a prosecution. But nonetheless, I want to be clear. When I am listening to things on my headphones to drown out the audible activity, the entity makes that blender. It's piercing through headphones what I'm able to hear. That's abnormal. I would not be able to hear that. It's in another room. Your blender is not so loud that it's piercing through the bathroom walls, nor am I hearing it when I'm listening to very loud music or whatever it is that I'm listening to, and with my headphones on. In addition to that, and the entity does the same thing with these demons who are going in and out of the bathroom, which is their method of, first of all, crossing path. Activity creation, directed light is being aimed into the venue, and stalking with activity. It sounds like a loud knock. I wouldn't be able to hear that either, but it pierces through what I'm listening to with my headphones, and that's also why I want you to listen to it, because this is audible activity. This is all specifically designed, everything that you're hearing the moment that you're hearing it, and then it is also that which is of the demonic. These are demons engaging in what is outward conduct that's serving a criminal purpose, and it is also that which is elevated in its impact when I am listening to whatever it is that I happen to listen to in my headphones. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. This is, and that's what is the nature of demonic activity, and it is also combined with what is sensational activity. These are demons who engage in the pattern of conduct, and they intend to harass. They intend to try to distract, especially what they're monitoring that I'm publishing on the internet. And you're going to remember that, and it is all occurring, again, it's all occurring in that specific environment. Indeed, these demons are creating that environment. Okay, that environment for what is monitoring with communication devices, and so that's what I am. I want as I'm documenting this, you are understanding what is entirely demented. Nothing normal about this at all, and this is the pattern of conduct that is fully established already. So there's nothing that is even reasonable to suggest it's normal. You're talking about what are demons that are engaging in what's a malicious system, and I have stripped the demons of any form. They don't have any form, and in my opinion, you never did have any form. It was just a matter of time before what you're doing is going to be revealed. It's just a matter of time. It's not intelligent, it's not sophisticated, it's not intricate at all. They're not even smart. All right, engaging and vibrating and shaking my desk when you're in another room at the same time that you're starting a blender. Oh, you're a demon that wants to engage in harassment, and I'll document that. It's not impossible to prosecute you for it, but this is what Satan has engaged in, thinking that you cannot prove that you are subject to such demented conduct. That is very real. Okay, and it's called the pattern of conduct. It's currently at, by the way, 3:55 p.m. And this is P.O.C. inside the Fontana Lewis Library. All right, you have what is flashing of light that's occurring where you see these demons whose images I'm capturing. These are the librarians, the one with the short bob and the other one with the ear length boy cut. These are these old people over here. These are demons. They're old demons, and they're stalking with noise, making exceptional noise as I begin downloading files, uploading them to my podcast. I already downloaded them. And then you have, what is this overweight minion that comes and talks to the other overweight minion behind me? Can I use your outlet? She's stalking in the path, and she has an elongated shadow behind her. She's walking in directed light. The minion in the neon green, he's pacing back and forth while the minions are creating ongoing noise using the book cart, adding more books. This is noise. The minion that's group stalking, sitting in alignment to me on the computer that you see right to my side, that I'm also capturing images of. These are minions that are acting together. And as I am documenting, which these minions know, this is the people of the state who are engaged in surveillance and are monitoring documentation, the entity flashes directed light. Okay, while psychopaths, the demon possessed, just look in the opposite direction while they're engaging in stalking you and monitoring you. This is terrorism, and that's how that pattern of conduct is underway. It's 4:16 p.m. This is the impermissible threat by the people of the state, and this is demonic activity at your neighborhood Fontana Lewis Library and Technology Center. Those old biddies are demons. All right, these are ongoing methods of audible activity. They're all acting together. What you're witnessing in not only my images, remember my images and video go along with what I'm speaking about as the pattern of conduct is underway on this podcast, okay? So that's why I'm referencing people. If you want to know who I'm talking about, it is the people of the state. But if you want to see the minion in particular, you're going to have to look on my website, thepatternofconduct.wordpress.com, and their images are uploaded, and everything that I documented today on any day is organized in that manner. But these demons are creating noise while files are being uploaded. You hear a door close at the same time the file has finished uploading. They are stalking with noise. This is the operation over a group of people at one time, all under the same demonic spirit. And I want to be clear on that. This is Satan using people in a group together. They're acting in sync. They are physically separate, obviously. They're not walking around connected with one body with a whole bunch of heads. No. This is demon possession. And they are all demon possessed, and they are separate individuals in the physical and the natural, right? You're talking about what is spiritually ongoing, one demonic mindset, acting in sync. Okay, and it is serving a criminal purpose. This is the criminalization of demonic activity. It is terrorism. It's also what is speaking to the impermissible threat. This very conduct that the people of the state are engaging in is what is grounds of federal stalking, because the bigger picture is, first of all, it's a terrorizing threat while psychopaths are stalking in this manner, paying such close attention to you, engaging in what is
inherently disruptive with regard to what is not only what one person would be doing all day long, but a group of people in sync engaging in this conduct. And it's not just that you've got loud demons around you, it's that it's monitoring you and invading your privacy, engaging in what is stalking on behalf of the government that is also present, stalking to the venue and back to wherever it is that you go. And that's the ongoing pattern of conduct. It is an impermissible threat to your life while they are in here being demons, stalking in the path, stalking with noise, and monitoring the documentation while they engage in it. This is the conduct, in other words, that the people of the state engage in, which is the grounds of federal prison. All right, and so like I said, it's 4:21 p.m. This is conduct on behalf of a government while I'm documenting these old biddies, while these demons are pacing in and out of bathrooms, while the sound of a door closing is amplified in sound, slamming doors throughout the venue, and engaging in what is slamming books, whatever these demons have at their disposal, which is amplified in sound because this is the demonic, all right? You're talking about what is the impermissible threat. It's conduct on behalf of the government. And the people of the state shall not threaten your life and avoid federal prison for it. Okay? It's 4:21 p.m. This is P.O.C. Publishing onto my website August 16, 2019, and the noises that you're hearing is the creation of what is audible activity. That's the term of art. These are demons engaging in specific conduct, identical conduct that is achieving what is criminal with regard to interstate stalking that's underway, and they are stalking with the creation of noise, audible activity with simultaneity to what I'm doing on this desktop computer. Again, I'm on FONPL01. And I just published onto my website August 16, 2019. And while I am doing that, you're hearing what is the door slamming. You're hearing what is the bathroom door that closes to, sounds like a loud knock. These are methods of ongoing noise. All of these demons are acting together. I just want to document that. It's 4:27 p.m.
Alrighty, showing you what is the entity's light source. As I've been documenting the demons inside of the Fontana Lewis Library, these demons have a term that they will be referenced with at prosecution, and they are the people of the state. And they are indeed demons. This is a demonic environment. This is demonic activity serving a criminal purpose. It's interstate stalking. And as I captured at 5:52 p.m. on video right now, first of all, you're looking at what is the maintenance of light source. You're remembering what is the impossible placement of light that appeared in video that I captured today above those demons who were making audible activity, which was amplified while that light was appearing with the pattern of the blinds appearing above their heads in the wall in the depths of that computer lab. First of all, that's not going to ever occur, even if I did not have documentation showing what is not the sun that remains over me remains wherever I am, no matter how long I am there. Second of all, this is speaking to what is the maintenance of that light source, because even though you're showing what is that ongoing impossibility, the prosecution, the analysis goes on and on and on. The entity engaging in what is demonic, the light source is remaining, all right? That's indicative of what is the fake sun that remains over the venue, because the entity is engaging in what is conduct with directed light. And the ignorant one is speaking to, that's sunlight, and no, it's not. Okay, a 5-year-old would be able to deduce that that's not sunlight that's above those demons' head while they're making noises with unfolding tables in the computer lab. But like I said, you have what is speaking to, analytically speaking, the entity engages in directed light where the fake sun is present. Because what is the form for these demons in their cartoon environment? Directed light is supposed to be sunlight, because sunlight is shooting off of your vehicle, ricocheting off your vehicle and onto buildings and onto my person and all across surfaces while you are driving by, because that's sunlight. So that's the form. And that's how you're prosecuting, because it's not sunlight, it's speaking to the environment. CC16U51, a demon pacing, 7 S.I.I.S 985, directed light while they do so. They're monitoring. This is terrorism. So you have what is the light source that is indicated, that presence, first of all, not only by the video that I captured this morning, all right, walking along what is the north side of this venue at 10, 12 in the morning. I captured that this morning. And also the documentation that already exists, the entity placing a light source that remains present because the entity is engaging in stalking with a light source that is not the sun. So the entity is pinned to that documentation. This is still documentation of an ongoing maintenance of a light source that is not possibly the sun. You've got directed light inside of the computer lab. The light source, as I captured it, for example, on the 30th, and it's hovering over the window that I'm looking out of, that is facing Arrow Boulevard. What I published on my website this morning was nothing other than a reminder of what I've already published as of late. And this is the fake sun over every side of the Fontana Lewis Library at all times of the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, after 6 o'clock. And the entity engaging in what is the conduct of setting a fake sun in alignment with the library, just like you saw right now, but that's only Monday through Thursday conduct, because the sun is not setting inside of the Fontana Lewis Library when it's closing at 5 o'clock on Sunday. And when it's closing at 6 o'clock and I'm leaving before that, the entity is moving its fake sun. It's not remaining and setting inside of the Fontana Lewis Library. All right, that is not the sun that would be present anyway. And in this video, I'm reminding you of that. At 5:52 p.m., I just captured this video right now. And I'm reminding you about what I documented at 9:48 in the morning, standing on that very sidewalk where you see the fake sun above that sidewalk, Spring and Sierra. Okay, you're looking at what is a light that has nothing to do with the presence of this light source. You're looking at what are methods of stalking with light. A hovering light source is speaking to the presence of the demonic. It is not speaking to what is the placement of sunlight into the depths of the Fontana Lewis Library, and that is clearly seen. You can even see that in the video. That is placed light, and where is it? Where the demons are standing in line. That's where it's at. They're walking in it with children. License plate 45459E1. That's an old demon, and showing and demonstrating it while directed light comes and just moves around while he turns around the corner. License 7 LTJ018 is a demon as well, driving in the same directed light under the same fake sun, engaged in surveillance. And so you see this rainbow colored directed light that's right there into the depths where the minions are positioned at the circulation desk, nearest the front entrance. Let's remember, I think it was 2 days ago when I stepped outside. I'm sorry, that was 3 days ago. It was on the 29th still. The 29th at 10:58 in the morning, the fake sun is over the window of the computer lab while Burtech is being a demon, terrorizing me while they're outside of the building, creating impact inside of a room where they are emptying garbage outside of the building. That's impossible, sensational conduct. That's what these demons are doing all day long. When you're listening to me record their conversations and their incessant slamming of doors, going in and out of the bathroom, all of which is louder than it actually normally is for normal people. These are demons that are engaging in what is stalking and monitoring, though. All right, so it is literally a cartoon environment. And so these are the same demons dragging around directed light, sitting in a building in action. So I'm just letting the tape run. You're listening to Satan in action. And so you have what is that light source that I got documented above the computer lab at 10:58 in the morning. And then 5 hours later, more than 5 hours later, it's right over my head as I step outside to remind you about the sex offenders who are monitoring in the bathroom with those under the age of majority. And that was at 3:04 p.m. All right. And so this is just a reminder of all the positions all over around the same venue while I am in the parking lot of the Civic Center, in the parking lot of the Fontana Chamber of Commerce, while I am on Sierra and Spring Street, while I am coming around the opposite corner of the brick wall that says Lewis Library, coming around the opposite side, which I've shown you, showing you how the fake sun is remaining over me, coming from an opposite direction. This is all manner of every direction from the 8 o'clock hour, 8:58 a.m., the earliest, up until what is after 6 o'clock, 6:09 p.m. And that is present on top, above, and every side of the Fontana Lewis Library. That is speaking to what is ongoing state surveillance. CB42H65, and I have not in any way missed the analytical framework of what are the people of the state who are present at that venue, in the same way that you see that directed light right there where they're standing in line. That is so informative. This is how you're identifying the demons that are the people of the state and the criminal surveillance that they are engaging in on behalf of the state of California. That's exactly how you see it. All right. That's the entity that's engaging in what is highly demented conduct, and it is highly abnormal. And their own malicious construct is showing them to be the sex offending psychopath group stalkers that they are. OK, and this is conjured up by Satan itself, acting amongst the people all together. All right. It is criminal and evil, both. OK, so let me get this license plate. 7XTE475, monitoring with the African American license 8PLG154. He's aiming lights toward me while he's group stalking in the parking lot. So, and they're not acting by themselves. I'm just giving you a license plate right now and another minion that's acting. So you have what is the identification of that, and I'm capturing while I am at the circulation desk. You see the light source while I'm inside of the building. That's exactly what I was pointing out at 9:48 in the morning while I'm standing at that very intersection where the fake sun is present, hovering so low. Okay, because this is this is the fake sun that is seeking to be disguised as the actual sun, but it's not. When it's so low, I'm looking straight at it from inside of the building, and it's somehow light is on the floor on the inside. It's totally inexplicable conduct. It's idiotic. License 6NLX449, an idiotic demon-possessed stalker. 6FFK541, the same, engaging in terrorism. Directed light sprawling across the brick wall, which is exactly what those demons were doing inside of the Fontana Lewis Library while I'm documenting. While you're hearing psychopaths engage in conversation, all I'm doing is stepping out and reminding you about what they are doing. And it is stalking, and they are the psychopaths that they are demonstrating themselves as. There's nothing normal about you talking about your son one time he gets off of work, and then you're going to read a book and go, you're not normal, you're a demon. Okay, that's why they have light on the ceiling above them. That's why they are literally engaged in an ongoing chorus with regard to when they start talking, or when they start laughing, or when they get up and move around for no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that they're demons. They have spirits on them. This is the spirit of death that's on all of them, and they're stalking with the use of their voice. They are stalking while they're slamming around books and containers, making as much noise as they want. All right, these are the hellbound engaging in criminal activity inside of that venue, and they're doing it under the fake sun. That's exactly what I captured at 5:52 p.m. So I just want to wrap that up. And this is, again, today's Friday. The library closes at 6 o'clock today. The fake sun is documented maintaining presence inside of the venue after 6 p.m. when I stay in the library after 6 p.m. When I don't, which is what I've already captured, the entity is keeping a fake sun. That's what's going on in Ontario. It's nowhere near the Fontana Lewis Library. It's remaining over me at the Ontario Town Square. It's remaining over me as I document setting inside of the Ovid Family Community Library. It's remaining over me setting inside of the Upland Public Library. License plate 5HKX292, I believe. 5MKX292, excuse me. And so that's what you have here. And so when I'm going to the Fontana Mentoring train station, Satan doesn't remember. Satan has a very short memory. Satan has no legal argument. Satan does not have a prayer, okay? And you're talking about what is, I'm talking about prosecution, because I care not about where they're going to spend eternity. I'm not here to save souls. I'm here to prosecute the living dead, okay? And so let me be clear. The entity is keeping a fake sun over me at Legal Services Center. I'm there before 9 o'clock. Do you understand where that is? It's on the same block where the entity kept the fake sun, where I just captured it right now at 5:52 p.m. 3 VAN 904. And I stood there and I documented that for a reason. Because where I get on the bus, where those demons of Omnitrans were repeatedly molesting, all right, and all of the people of the state and all those commercial vehicles and all those license plates that I read, including that big head Castaneda, a sex offender who was molesting me with directed light the night before, and I documented him at his office where he wants to engage in harassing. This is the demon that was monitoring documentation, so he engages another iteration of the same P.O.C. terrorism. Having another minion sit in the same position with their hazard lights on, that's fine. I'll document you, and I'll document the hell out of you. And that's exactly what I did on this same block where the entity had its fake sun remaining stationary from 8:56 a.m., 9 o'clock, 9:03, 9:25, 9:35, at 10 a.m., and I stood right there at the same place. where I'm documenting at those times that I decided, I'm in Chino, California. I'm in Pomona, California. I'm remaining in Ontario, not getting on any bus whatsoever. I'm in Upland, California. But on that day, I remained at Legal Services Center at 8689 Sierra Avenue. And like I said, that is the same block where the entity is keeping the fake sun right now on the same street. That is speaking to what is the non-movement of this light source on the same street, in addition to what I'm documenting here at the library itself. On the same block at the bus stop, where Metrolink train station is, okay? Let me be clear, the entity is keeping its fake sun on the same block all day long. This is a heavily documented venue. Going down the street and the entity is keeping its fake sun in alignment with me after it has not moved any direction east or west. The only direction east or west it goes is while I'm inside of Fontana Lewis Library, walking east or west. Moving east or west in the bathroom while the sex offender is engaging in sexually motivated surveillance conduct and activity creation. All right, trying to sexually offend while they're waiting for me to spread my legs open and then creating amplified audible activity. That's a sex offender intending to violate you sexually. All right, waiting for the opportunity, knowing exactly what you're doing the moment you're doing it and creating audible activity at that moment. You need to understand the sex offender that's going to be prosecuted, the people of the state. All right. And while monitoring documentation, engaging in what is terrorism inside of that private space, that's what that crackhead was doing while I'm documenting what is the African-American male Demetrius, whatever that minion's name. I correctly recited it. He said it on my podcast this morning as I was documenting him. And that demon, that crackhead, walks in the bathroom pacing all around, already knows what I'm doing is monitoring, wants to be a distraction. She's creating ongoing evidence against the library, the male who I documented correctly by name. I'll just call him Demetrius right now, but you know the name that I documented this morning upon my entrance. It starts with a D. He's a very forgettable demon. 7ADF352. So nonetheless, the African-American male, he is a sex offender monitoring while that crackhead is in the bathroom meandering and the toilets begin automatically flushing. This is all manner of demonic activity. Okay? It's demonic activity and it's serving a criminal purpose. That demon seeks to be a distraction. It's not. It's ongoing monitoring in the private space. And this employee that I identified, the African-American male, is indeed a sex offender as his conduct is demonstrating. And then the sex offender enters. Understand, they're one. The sex offender enters the female's restroom where they're all monitoring together. And she is monitoring which that African-American male who was a sex offender is documented engaging in additional sexual violence while monitoring documentation. All right, but I just want to point out what's the intent. Intent to come and engage in more of the pattern of conduct and wants to be a distraction. Wants to harass and terrorize more while you're listening to me document in other words, excuse me. That's what that is. So like I said, let me paint the picture for you also. This is the Fontana Police Department where the entity is keeping a fake sun on the same block. Okay, the Fontana Police Department is right here. You know what they're doing all day long? They're engaged in surveillance. They're engaged in monitoring while my panties are down. They're engaged in sexually offending while monitoring inside of the private space. They're engaged in harassment and terrorism while directed light is flying across my person while the fake sun is remaining over this Fontana Lewis Library, as I just documented yet again at 5:52 p.m. So, like I stated, this is the P.O.C. at 6:07 p.m., and this is the entity engaging in what is conduct, setting a fake sun Monday through Thursday. All right, when the library is closed, when I remain in the library, until closing time or close to closing time, meaning staying after the fake sun sets, all right? But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the fake sun is not setting, and that's what I've documented. That's why it's ahead of schedule at Fontana Metrolink. 8WBX182, 8BGF393, demons that are pacing. And you have what is the entity keeping the fake sun not in alignment with the library setting then. So you're understanding what is the schedule for this fake sunset. All right, and all of it is speaking to what is documentation of the city of Fontana, the same exact entity, but I'm reminding you about what I've already documented. Okay, I'm reminding you of what I already documented in the city of Ontario when I'm not coming anywhere near Fontana. For example, this time of year, what do I remain at Economy Inn last year, 8JTM194. There is no light source that I'm going to see setting in alignment to my hotel room on the second floor where the entity is rising and setting a fake sun while I'm at Economy Inn, where I remain all day long. And the only places that I do go is to a grocery outlet next door where the entity is setting a fake sun in alignment to me as I will go there in the evening. All right, and that is, again, next door to Economy Inn. That's where the entity was keeping its fake sun. And I'm capturing, okay, this is relevant for time of year. I'm surrounding the entire entity with what is insurmountable evidence. And the pattern of conduct is already established. Okay, the entity is keeping a fake sun over me. It's April 1st, 2022, April 1st, 2021, The fake sun is remaining at Economy Inn. This entity is keeping this light source at Economy Inn at 2301 South Euclid Avenue. Let me be clear. Before daylight savings time, March 12th, 2022, March 13th, 2022 is when daylight savings time started. The entity is keeping its fake sun in Ontario. Before I return to the Fontana Lewis Library, the entity is keeping its light source over the Ontario Town Square, where I remain there all day long, which I documented on March 13, 2022. I documented this on remaining at the Ontario Town Square on March 6, 2022. I documented this on February 27, 2022. I am nowhere near the Fontana Lewis Library, the Fontana Chamber of Commerce, the Fontana City Hall, the Fontana Metrolink Station, where the entity is now keeping the fake sun as a matter of documentation. You're talking about approximately 8:20 in the morning until after 6:30 p.m. on the same street, Sierra Avenue. Okay? That's what I just documented on video. That is all that is entail with regard to the video that I just captured right now at 5:52 p.m. inside of the building of the Fontana Lewis Library, while I'm standing in front of what is the circulation desk, and I'm showing you direct light while those demons are standing in it, and I see the light source from that position inside of the library. Okay, that's what I just captured right now, because you're talking about what is documentation that's not standing in isolation. 7VZU 306. This is documentation that is in conformity to a long documented pattern of conduct. And the pattern of conduct is that which belongs to the government, the state of California. And the state of California, you heard, engaging in terrorism all day long, stalking in bathrooms, engaging in what is terrorism, stalking with noise. That's what stalking, it's referred to as stalking with activity. It's the conduct of the demon possessed. It is the criminal activity of the state that is acting through the people as well. Okay? And that's what they're doing inside of the Fontana Lewis Library. That's the conduct of surveillance, stalking with activity. All right? And that's what they are doing while directed light and a fake sun remains over that venue. It's currently 6:11 p.m. and this is the fake sun that remains over me. I've already documented this part. Okay? You're talking about, well, I've documented every part, but you're talking about what is heavily documented already. The entity keeping that fake sun as I get here early in the morning. So that's ongoing context, because no matter what time of day, let me be clear, no matter what time of day I come, that's not the sun. It's already established as not the sun, not possibly the sun. But like I stated, you have what are ongoing context that I add, and this entity keeping a light source over me as I arrive here early in the morning, this entity keeping its fake sun over me as I already documented late into the evening, and that is speaking to even more of what is documented. 8GZV 958 76910T1, and this is the people of the state. I'm prosecuting the people. The people are going to be subject to what is, the people are subject, the people shall be subject to what is a uniform prosecution. This environment is speaking to what is a vast system. No matter what your name is, no matter where you are located, this is what the pattern of conduct is. This is what it looks like. This is how it operates. And it is clearly identified through that environment that is a scientific impossibility to naturally occur. It is demonic. It is to be prosecuted as terrorism as well. 8XBM228ALLNATT, 8BDK172, 05728C2, 7NHV385, 8CTU058, 8TAN610, 792XB handicap, 8PEF875, 6NDF717, 8MKX494, 32099Z1, 7NIJ 516, 6ZUN 842, 5NIS 460, 15895882, CC 32U94 paper, 65787U1, 8RSL 625, 7ZCT 966, 7HCG 608. I can't really see that one. 8UNT 008. And it's currently 6:13 p.m. 6MBA 243 96417K3. See, it is currently 6:13 p.m. and the entity is keeping a fake sun in alignment with me as I am now leaving the. I have already exited. I long exited the venue, but as I'm walking, that's my point. As I'm walking south on Sierra Avenue, the light source is moving in alignment with me in the same way it's doing at 8:30 in the morning on the same street. License EC460 handicap 8EJG425 7ZLC791. License 8CCP 950 5MYM 837. And it's 6:13 p.m. right now. 9AJG 539 8XGW 391. License 8ZNN 217. License plate of 7FVU907 and 7DLYSNS. License 8XGW391. You can see them in my video where the fake sun is in front of me in the same way that it's directly over me at that same venue of Casa Barreto. I captured this video at 6:13 p.m. The entity is keeping that fake sun over me as I capture on the same shoot at that same venue where directed light, the same conduct, which is impossible to naturally occur at that Casa Barreto where the entity is keeping the fake sun right over that Casa Barreto. This is the conduct that I've shown you, I've already explained. All the entity is doing is keeping a fake sun over me all day long, and while doing so, no matter where I go, no matter what direction I go, keeping it steadily from my left side to my right side. And that's a general reference to whatever my east side is to whatever is my west side by the end of the day. That is keeping a fake sun, and that's how you have the impossibility of a fake sun remaining on Sierra Avenue as I'm identifying a single address. Again, not only the Fontana Lewis Library, but I can walk to the Casa Barreto and you see that fake sun as I'm capturing in the morning, and it's present in the evening at 6:13 p.m. That's identifying the demon possessed. It's identifying the criminal system of surveillance. And this is an ongoing molestation as well. 8DZG328, 7TFU547, 8SLX658, 1401, that's all they have, 8LHE687, 7NED879, 5UGK180, 6HPS178. Monitoring with the minor child, 8ELH062. And it is, and that's exactly what they're doing on video as well. The minions that you see monitoring with communication devices right in my face. All right, that's an impermissible threat. That's the conduct that the people shall be going to federal prison for. They're threatening and monitoring you on behalf of the government, and you're not going to engage in that criminal conduct in plain sight and not avoid federal prison for it. So like I said, doing it in plain sight today, going to federal prison for it tomorrow. And that's a matter of documentation. All you got to do is document it. 7TIX279, 8SCT936, and engaging in that conduct that they're not natural born citizens, like I said, you're deported out of this country. 8AWC116, license plate Omnitrans 1370395. And that is the spectacular documentation that I just captured again, and this is after walking out of the Fontana Lewis Library. 6CKJ465, 8AWC116, and this is an ongoing sex offense. All of these venues along Sierra Avenue, this tuxedo store, the Mi Cocina Sinaloense, Casa Barreto, all the way down to what is this corner, my shadow is appearing along all of these vehicles lined. This is a molestation of your person. This is sexual violence, while the government is stalking and terrorizing, keeping a fake sun over you. All right, license 6CKJ465, which again, my shadow, as you see in the video, is in front of me. The fake sun is in front of me. That will create a shadow. And let me break common sense down to you. A light source in front of you will create a shadow behind you. I am being molested with what is directed light. That's how I have that appearance of my shadow. I'm being molested with directed light. That's how I have my shadow appearing on the asphalt. While these demons are sitting around studying their communication devices, that's surveillance. They're monitoring. Fontana Police is as well. 1607896, I believe, substantially similar, trying to hide behind another third party. License 8W8Z025. I don't need their license. I just documented the entire Fontana Police Department as I continue to do. 8PBX526, 8B707. I can't really see that one. I documented the entire Fontana Police Department. They remain in relevant position. Their venue is at the Fontana Lewis Library is a state facilitating venue adjacent to where the entity is keeping a fake sun for an excess of 10 hours, okay? This is 8XCY182, so I just want to clarify that. I document license plates because I'm showing the ordinary, this is how you document. You can use whatever you have at your disposal actually to document. You're documenting the government. License 8CLN18405134883. See, 8RFZ455, and molestation at 8575 Suite C. This is Ramirez's Furniture. And George's budget auto repair, where they're talking about Jesus and they're engaging in satanic conduct where the fake sun is over me. That is literally the presence of Satan, and they're all puppets. This is a molestation there as well. 7PYM483. And you're also going to see what is the heavily documented actor that is Amazon Prime. 3791583, who is crossing path again right now. That's Amazon Prime. 7CTN331. You see them in video. They are present with knowledge, with the intent to terrorize and sexually violate, as are the people of the state acting on behalf of the government. And that is the company that is acting 6YUM481. That is the company that is acting pursuant to what is ongoing knowledge of the fact that you are documenting them and the sexual violence that they engage in at that Casa Barreto. It is very symbolic. Understand what Amazon Prime representing the people. This is the pattern of the demons, 133WRN. This is exactly this symbolic threatening that they engage in, intentionally crossing the path while they engage in that sexual violence in the morning at Casa Barreto, doing it right now as well, 1399982. That's fine. They will get every bit of credit that they are due at prosecution. Okay, that's a company, Amazon Prime, engaging in group stalking on behalf of a government, posing an impermissible threat, BN10C44. That is the company that's engaging in group stalking. Alrighty, engaging in what is a molestation, engaging in what is terrorism, and engaging in what is an impermissible threat. License, excuse me, at 6:21 p.m. License 8XOZ815, 8W64725, 6ZRZ942, 7PSH476, 8MHT846, 8UQE048, CB74G59, paper. 8LOS725, 8SFP033, 213, 83B1, 8WDH251, 8CML698, 6TRH251, 37700K3, 6SBE832, 8SEJ708, 8YAV631, 6TJC626, 8WZX032, 05101C2, 8EAD260, 8SAA465. American Medical Response, crossing paths, driving in relevant position in the same directed light. License 9ACU101, engaging in monitoring in this criminal system with a minor in the vehicle. It's 6:22 p.m. License 8BCF638, 8RNF709. And this is also speaking to the threat that the people of the state pose. So as I'm documenting the presence of minors while people of this condition engaging in this level of criminal conduct and this level of violence and viciousness and malicious conduct, doing so of that condition of demon possession while they are in the custody of children targeting someone else on behalf of the government with knowledge that you're documenting. This is all manner of what is highly disturbing while they are in the custody of minors, engaging and including them in that pattern of conduct. There's nothing passive aggressive. There's nothing that is, there's nothing passive about, and there's nothing that is innocent or to be disregarded with regard to including children in this P.O.C. at all. You're not just driving by. 77944F3, 6TST350. Alrighty, and doing so with those who are heavily stalking include the Fontana Police Department. As they were doing in the morning at the Legal Services Center, where I'm walking to that same block, and I just showed you what is a video of the fake sun that remains over me on that same block. Alrighty, it is currently 6:23 p.m. 8RJH878, 8KEC165, and demons are present in a demonic environment on purpose. 8HZE119, 8NGJ224. That includes any company that any company name that you can fathom. Okay, 33246N2, because the company name has nothing to do with what is their condition. It's a means of identification. A demon is operating that vehicle. And now, as far as the prosecution goes, that's going to be relevant to what is also draining the pockets of such criminals that are acting on behalf, facilitating a state's ability to place under surveillance an American citizen and terrorize them with knowledge. Okay, sickos that are in the country and they want to make a buck while they're doing that to American citizens. All right, license, I think I read that one, 33246N2. License 4XVH956. That's Metrolink engaging in what is a molestation, terrorism. That's a company using that train to engage in criminal conduct. It's about me. That's why Faith Senate is here. It's about directed light. That's what Metrolink is doing. It's not about some public schedule. They're stalking. And it's 6:24 p.m. And I'm going to prosecute Metrolink. All right, license plate 6TMR325. I'm going to prosecute. Them. License 8ZLM619. Companies like Metrolink, which represent the people of the state, they shall not engage in threatening the life of an American citizen, which is exactly what you're doing where government is monitoring through you. And you want to use your business to do it, you'll lose that business. Okay, that business ought to be known as the sex offending terrorist that it is. Go on ahead, minion. 7NZD242. Molesting. A license 8BLV396, molesting, and Omnitrans is always molesting. They're doing the same. License 1302446, bus 1361. That's driven by a Caucasian female with glasses on. She's overweight. It's 6:25 p.m. And the fake sun is now at now at the Fontana Metrolink train station, the same Fontana Metrolink train station that I'm reminding you about when I arrived here at 8:45, 8:30 in the morning, and I'm telling you this is the same train station where the state's fake sun is after 6 o'clock in the evening. That's why I tell you that, because it's documentation of a pattern. 13111H3, a pattern of conduct that's revealing a criminal system in operation. 7JWV044. And it's currently 6:26 p.m. CB88Z47. That's paper plate. That's a paper plate. And this is what all the third parties that I continue to identify and document on my website are engaging in. This is what JB Hunt, Penske truck rental, budget. This is what Amazon Prime. This is what, well, obviously Omnitrans, because I'm on their bus documenting. But like I said, the entity is crossing path through all manner of presence. The government is present through every single last one of them, maintaining what is this environment, which is the active demonic environment. This is demonic activity, and this is occurring in California, and it's actually, so the demon possessed are engaging in what is massive surveillance. All right, wanting to keep tabs on everybody, and they're placing me under surveillance. And so while they're doing that, I'm showing you how, you're able to, first of all, you need to know that these are demons. This is demonic activity. And second of all, you can prosecute because of that. All right, you can prosecute on that. It's relevant to their prosecution in the criminal system that they're engaging in. All right, molesting with what is engineered light. It's not even sunlight. Sunlight's not bouncing across buildings and touching all over my body. I'll prosecute you for that. All right, so let me get this sex offender. Fontana police coming down the street. License plate 1603055. 1603055. That's a white male wearing black sunglasses coming behind what is Omnitrans monitoring together. And he's a sex offender crossing path and doing so. And while he's listening to me document, engaging in what is, first of all, an impermissible threat, being a demon of law enforcement, stalking me, and you're a sex offender, you're part of the same pattern of conduct, and your entire police department, your station, where your headquarters are at, it's under the fake sun for an excess of 10 hours, as I've documented. That's a demon, he's stalking, and that's a Fontana Police Department, indicative of all of their condition. All right, there's no exception. This is demonic activity, and so that condition is revealed through this environment, and this is the fake sun that's over the Fontana Metrolink train station, and it is currently 6:28 p.m. So I just want to document what I'm showing you this morning when I'm documenting the third-party spectrum. I'm showing you what is the third parties who are group stalking while they're lining the path. And at nightfall, these demons that are, they're not touching with headlights while I'm sitting on a bus. They are manifesting light. Let me be clear. The demon possessed are touching with what is termed directed light, because this is this engineered light. This is light that is piercing. This is light that is not normal. That's how they are touching. And that's literally the act of Satan. These are the demon possessed that are doing that. And the entity is doing it together. In the same way that you're listening to me document the demons inside of the Fontana Lewis Library, all those demons are sitting in there acting in sync. It's demonic activity that you're listening to. The same way when I'm out on the sidewalk on the bus, it's demonic activity that I'm subject to on a massive scale. 1479125, bus 1307. That's Omnitrans molesting. It is the ongoing criminal system that's underway, and it is shared. That's exactly what you're witnessing while I'm documenting law enforcement. So this is what I'm saying. There is a template. I've shown you what is the P.O.C. The pattern of conduct is a template. You can apply that template like a cookie cutter. All right, if you picture in your mind, let's do story time right now. Flatten out some Play-Doh, and you can use a cookie cutter, or you can do cookie dough, whatever. I just want you to understand what is the template. That's what I mean by template. It is an identical form, all right? This identical shape, all right? It is something that you can press down any color. So you've got blue, red, green, orange, purple, and yellow, anything that you can fathom. A police officer, a company, the group stalker that's around the corner from you, you don't even know their name, and your cousin and your auntie that live with you, in addition to what is your ex-boyfriend that lives across the street from you, and then your nieces and your uncles who live, say, maybe 20 minutes away from you in the same state, right? You go to school with some of them, you go to church with the others, go shopping at and you accept deliveries from the mailman. Every sort of template that, excuse me, every sort of Play-Doh color, I'm putting in terms of what is color, so you can understand what is the same exact template. Take your cookie cutter. You can put it into the purple cookie dough or Play-Doh. You can cut it into what is the orange and the yellow one and the blue one and the green one and the white one and the black one if you want to mix it all together, because it doesn't matter what color you use. You're going to get the same exact shape with that cookie cutter. It's a template. All right. This is what is going on with regard to the demonic activity that's underway. This demonic activity, it's not just of Satan. That's relevant. You need to know Satan is real. Satan is present in the environment. Satan is hovering over you, literally, with a fake sun. 7HSH918, molesting. You have what is criminal. While the demon-possessed are engaging in this obsessive conduct, they're not just some weird cult that are sitting around throwing darts at your face in their basements and they secretly hate you while they're smiling in your face. May even be related to you. May even be trying to date you, but they actually can't stand you. Okay? Whatever form that Satan is taking in your life, let me tell you something. It does not matter with regard to what is the criminal conduct. The demon-possessed are engaging in surveillance. It's not just that they're demon-possessed. They're engaging in what is surveillance in the state of California. They are engaging in what is stalking in a specific environment, which is demonic. It's a demonic environment. But this engineered light is serving their monitoring purposes with their phones, with their cell phones, with their computers, monitoring everything that you're doing, invading your privacy, all your personal information, any job that you want to apply to, anywhere that you plan on going when you put it in Google Maps or Waze, whatever you use. All right, it's a matter of public information. This reference to the demon-possessed, it is a demon-possessed population, and it's a population because it's the entire environment. There's not an exception. It is a demon-possessed population. Your identification of that environment is the identification of the demon-possessed who surround you, and you are subject to surveillance. They're not just there, and you don't just, it's not a cry for throwing around holy water. Oh, you need to pray for all these people because they need Jesus. You're subject to criminal activity. That's the focus. It is not about, it is, understand, yeah, I'm going to inform you. Let me put you up on game. These are a bunch of minions around you, but understand what's the purpose. You can prosecute this. That's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm showing you how to do it. And Satan is absolutely inferior. That's why he's stalking me. He's following me around. Satan is the ass. He don't run anything. He's not even making the rules. Okay? I am telling you what the entity is going to do and what the entity shall not do and what the entity shall pay as far as what are penalties when you want to engage in that, which they're doing now. But like I said, this is serving to inform what's going to be an example and showing you, first of all, at the same time, the reality of the times that we are in. This is demonic. This is Satan. Satan is using Satan is using people that you're watching on TV. You listening to them on podcasts, on radio. Satan is using all kind of minions that are lying to you. They're in position. And you can know them not by the informative, not by their entertaining audible activity, not by the stories that they want to tell you. You'll know them by what they're doing, and what they are doing is witnessed in the environment that they're in. Okay, this is an impossible environment. It's not naturally occurring. It's impossible. This is demonic. Satan's minions are under that environment. They're in that environment, and they're all around you, and they're engaged in surveillance, and they are in the government, they're in law enforcement, they're in the medical profession. 1535546 bus 1350. I can't see the last number, but that's the correct license plate. So this is surveillance that's underway, and this is a demonic system of surveillance. All right, and these are minions, inferior ones. Everything about what they are doing as they are doing it is about the one whom they are placing under surveillance, and that's what their conduct is called. All right. Yes, they're freaks. All right. Yes, they are literally the cockroaches of humanity. Okay. And because they are literally disgusting and absolutely pathetic. Your whole entire being, everything that you're doing right now, you're focused on somebody else and you want to look normal like you're. That is the epitome. I mean, I cannot even fathom in my mind something so pathetic. I can't. I mean, it is absurdly pathetic. And this is what these demons are doing. This is what they're doing. And now you're stripped butt naked. Excuse my French, but I'm putting it that way because you need to understand. They have been stripped butt naked. Everything that you're doing is plain. You're not hiding behind anything, okay? The entire environment that you're in is known, and the purposes that it's serving, what you're doing as you do it is known, okay? I'm explaining, I'm breaking it down for you. While I'm sitting inside of the library, those demons are doing nothing in an ongoing course of incessant noise. And those psychopaths they know that they're being documented while they're even doing that and waiting for me to stop recording because they turn it back up. Okay. Psychopaths that are stalking. That's pathetic while you're doing that. And it's not stop. I'm going to prosecute you for that. I'm not missing anything. And you're not avoiding anything. But like I said, it's serving a dual purpose to both reveal to you the very real presence of Satan. All right. And it is not in any way limited to whatever type of Play-Doh or cookie dough that you can fathom. Oh, there's an exception because no, it is the exact formula that I have revealed it to you as. And wherever you are, you can use this documentation to identify it, because while the entity, again, keeps a fake sun over a single address, which is a matter of documented conduct that you can see for your own eyes, if you want to unreasonably dismiss what I'm telling you, because I'm not giving you what is opinion. I'm not giving you what is unsubstantiated and vacuous allegations. Everything that I said that I was going to do, I did. Everything that I said I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to prosecute. I'm going to make an example. I'm going to show you what is both demonic activity that's going to be known on the world stage, demonic, the presence of Satan, the demonic activity, the criminal agenda of what are the demon possessed, that's occurring in the natural, in your face, all right, is a very real existence, and it's serving to help you in your everyday life. Not only that, it's going to be prosecuted. It's going to be put on the map for what is crime, federal crimes. Okay, so like I said, the entity is engaging in this conduct, and it's doing so, and it does not matter what kind of Play-Doh or cookie dough you put that cookie cutter in it, and it is the formula. That is it. Wherever you are at, you're in Texas, there is no way in hell, literally, because you're dealing with hell. This is the satanic. All right. Satan is controlling the environment that surrounds us. This has nothing to do with something called Mother Nature. All right. Or the natural environment, the global. No, that's a lie. It's a lie. They're lying to you. They are lying to you. Okay, I can't make this up. I can't control what's over me in the sky, but what I can do is document it, because it's impossible that it's the case. And you need to understand that impossibility is a reference to the demonic. That reference to the demonic that you see in the environment is a direct indication. It is the identification of the demon possessed who surrounds you. Those psychopaths who are being documented, they don't have any choice. They just sit around. They're still studying their phones. They're monitoring, but there's nothing that you can say. They're caught red-handed. Everything about what they're doing. That's what those demons are doing inside of the computer lab when I'm showing you directed light above their heads when they're engaged in all manner of psychopath level of noise in there. All you can do is act like you just don't see it. What you gonna say? What are you going to say? There's nothing you can say. You cannot explain that. All right? It's not natural conduct. It's not a natural environment. That's not what light does. Natural, real, that's engineered light. These are demons. It's important what they're doing around that light. They're creating noise. They're engaging in what is activity creation pursuant to what I do as I do it, particularly while I'm on a communication device, while they're monitoring. That I document inside of the Fontana Lewis Library is going on right now everywhere that I'm going outside, being on the freeway, being in a vehicle, walking down the street. This is what they're all doing together. It's the same directed light. You're seeing it on the wall above the bookcase. Absolutely impossible. And it needs to be there because you need to see how that is the presence of Satan right there. That's what you're looking at. It's demonic. It's speaking to the condition of those minions. They're demons. That's how you identify them. You know them by their deeds. Their deeds are also done in what is a specific environment. That's how you know them. Okay? What they're doing is very, very, very specific. It's in a specific environment, and it is achieving a specific purpose. And they are obsessive in that regard. Obsessive. Okay? So like I said, the entity is engaging in that conduct and that cookie cutter, no matter what color, no matter what texture there is no circumstance where there is any exception. You know who's the exception? The one who is being subject to surveillance by that demon-possessed entity. And let me tell you something else. No minion, no Satan-serving cockroach is going to have anything to do with outing this demonic system. Oh, it's unspoken. In the same way that they just turn their head to the opposite side and act like they don't see that fake sun, or they don't hear that helicopter flying over in circles, or they don't see that light that's flying across the buildings. All right? They're relying on, first of all, what's supposed to be the defamation of that targeted individual. Oh, no, we're not playing those games. That's why you document. We're not playing those games. You will go to federal prison. That's what's going to happen. So you're talking about what is a pattern of conduct that's entirely malicious, a pattern of conduct of the psychopaths that are the people of the state, very violent sex offenders. Okay, very violent. All right. So you're talking about in every regard malice, in every regard highly disturbing conduct, highly disturbing, very entirely demented. And that is shared by those regardless of what position. It does not matter what. It's the same cookie dough. It's the same template. It does not change. And that's what you need to understand. Alrighty, so it's currently 6:40 p.m. and that is, again, the conduct of what is setting a fake sun Monday through Thursday inside of the library. I've already documented that after 6 p.m. And the entity moving that light source while I'm here, while I'm at Casa Barreto, actually, and I'm showing you at 6:13 p.m., the entity is keeping this fake sun in alignment with me outside, while I'm outside of that building. The entity keeps that fake sun in alignment with Spring Street and Sierra. That same position where I'm showing you at 9:48 in the morning, the same position. That is impossible. That's demonic. You're witnessing Satan, the conduct of Satan. Satan is present through people. Satan was inside of that Fontana Lewis Library computer lab. Satan was working amongst all those people. It's demonic activity. Every single last one of them. Every single last one of them. Satan is working amongst them. Satan is not in the spirit. You're not talking about what is hopping from one person to the next person, using them one at a time. No. Demon possession, you're talking about what is of the spirit, that which you cannot physically perceive. All right. And it's deduced again. You're witnessing it through the environment, that directed light, that light source that's remaining for an excess of 10 hours over the library. That's how you know they're demons. Second of all, that you also know that you're subject to surveillance. That's what they're engaging in. That's why that light is there. That's why they're engaging in that ongoing stalking with activity conduct. That's what demons do. All right. They're placing you under surveillance, and they're doing it on behalf of the government. So while you document that, you're documenting the state of I'm in California. You're documenting the state of California, who is engaging in, first of all, sexual violence, who is engaging in what is terrorism, who is engaging in what is harassment by an entity through those third parties who are vicariously present inside of that venue. You don't have any First Amendment rights. You're not present there collecting a paycheck. You're present there collecting a federal case. That's what you're doing, because you're present on behalf of that state in that specific environment, in directed light, amongst amplified audible activity, amongst sensational activity, all manner of demonic environment, and you are there as a matter of documentation. If you work there, all the more ease with which to document you. Okay? If you're there on surveillance camera, all the more ease with which to document you, because I'm going to prosecute you. Okay, and you're there on behalf of the entire state. You don't have to go up and down the state line to document the people of the state. They are catching every ounce of this federal prosecution. In the same way that a DA, again, understand the equation. The people of the state fill in the blank versus, let's say, Joe Schmo. Okay, in this equation, the people of the state are the criminal, and the people of the state, all of them, are going to be prosecuted. Alrighty, it is currently 6:42 p.m. and this is P.O.C. All the minions getting on Omnitrans bus, monitoring with that company on surveillance cameras. P.O.C. Alrighty, it is currently 6:45 p.m. I am on bus number 2349. It's driven by a Latino male. He has a heavy accent. 5LUD 086, I believe. That's a Toyota Camry. I can't really see that clearly though. And it is 6:45 p.m. The entity is keeping a fake sun in alignment with me as I sit on the bus. If you recall my documentation, at 6:09 p.m. sitting on the bus of the Omnitrans, and I showed you what is a fake sun as I sat at the back of the bus, and I departed from the Metrolink train station much earlier. It was 6:09, where I was at Sierra Avenue and I believe Randall at Tacos Tijuanas and WSS Shoes. That's where the fake sun was. Just want to document that. 6JGD 464, I believe. 6EPJ 682, that one's correct. And they're molesting. It is 6:46 p.m. But again, that's just one single example. The entity engaging in conduct 8YDE 766, group stalking license 8SVL. I can't really see that one. 8SEV 914. 86271H2. 8NBX 050. 5SXX 631, group stalking at the 76 at Sierra Avenue and Merrill. License 5XNT 069, I believe. License 6YED 103. 7DSF 403. 5RAH 195. License 8WPV for, I can't really see that one, 7CRK 726. Again, 7E8 4448. Eight 627-1H2, crossing path, molesting. 6UOF 093, 8TQC 413, 8NTZ 323 at Tom's Superburger, JB Hunt behind Tom's Superburger, crossing path 3975 1U1. We are at Randall Avenue and Sierra Avenue right now. These are minions that are monitoring the entity stalking by helicopter. As it listens to me speak to how I'm going to prosecute the people, the entity immediately sounds helicopter activity, and it's flying over Sierra Avenue as I got on the bus. They're monitoring. 39751, yeah, I read that one right. 7DFS 403. But again, I've already documented that as well. The entity keeping the fake sun over me, and I documented the state flying over by helicopter at Legal Services Center. 8PBB 144, 7FAS 307, 25811Z2. I have ample documentation of the state stalking via helicopter. That's how I got to the people. They're stalking with the government that's stalking with helicopters. It's currently 6:49 p.m. License plate 8VPF 396. Spectrum group stalking at 9511 Jimenez Mariscos, 7HHP 853. And that Spectrum that's just monitoring documentation. I got you a close-up image of that Latino male monitoring this morning, and that's Spectrum that's monitoring documentation, group stalking at Jimenez Mariscos, where I also document the fake sun over me in video. It's documented already. License 8YBF 219, 8SNX 183, 8PPF 169, 8BIN 579, DAPHACE 7ZKY 800, 8NKS 494.
Yeah.
94737B3. 6E66749. 8ZMH475. 8POA 684. 7HHP 853, in case I didn't read that one correctly. Seven BOD 547, 8TZD 127, 8XWD 535. All of them molesting, every single last one of them. License 6VVN 124, 7XIP 841, 8ZNZ 252, 7XEF 889. It's 6:52 p.m. CEU 653. XBV 257, 6TJZ 904, 8 6CBP470. Seven NCF 468. 5YFH 908. 7YUP 264. 8SHN 767. 8RWJ 097. In case I didn't read that one already. I think I might have. 8KVY 625. Six UJD 512, 7SKY 156, 8YTA 121, LESUBIE 8SUG 668, 8XWW 978, 68207G2 I believe, 5TFN, I can't really see that one. 6UMR 096. 8GBL 956, 8GLB, excuse me, 956, 8TEH 604, 8VUE 544, 7T30973. I'm showing you the fake sun that's in alignment with me where I'm sitting on the bus at the address of 9752 Juniper, license 8RKE389 and 8JJH593 in relevant position. That's the third party facilitating venue where the fake sun's in alignment with me where I sit on the bus at 6:55 p.m. That is nowhere near what is the economy in, by the way, where this time of year last year the entity was keeping that fake sun. 6MWM 215. 8X91164, 5WBL351. I certainly cannot see that venue on Jennifer, and I would not be able to see that light source that's aiming onto me while I'm remaining at the venue, and that's all day long. So that means at no point of the day would I ever be able to see this light source over here on Jennifer when the entity was keeping that fake sun all day long at Economy Inn, which is documented. And over me in the morning, rising in the morning, that's what was going on when I was working at Country Village, going to Riverside County. The state was keeping a fake sun, rising it over the pool and keeping it in the evening as I would document and step out of that hotel room or go to grocery outlet, keeping it until the evening. This is P.O.C. Not just time of year, it's time of day. It's maintenance of a zenith over my head that's not coexisting while I'm in Pomona, California, for example. That's the P.O.C. And you're hearing minions that are engaging in conversations called audible activity while that scientific impossibility is underway. License HJSE 307, 7ZRJ 703, 5S. Oh, I don't need that. It's currently 657. I couldn't see it anyway. 6W54372, I believe. 7 PPC 249. 6:58 p.m. TTA 549. G3. Spectrum, license 17373H2. At Lacadena Market, monitoring and Spectrum stalking on the path with their hazard lights. License 8VLY921, 6YXB744, 8FCW523, 8EPJ514, 7TBP040, 4WSU436, 6YCD891. Monitoring with Spectrum, 7UTY294, and monitoring with another minion on the at the other intersections at San Bernardino Avenue, and they're using their hazard lights together. This is the entity that's engaging in the P.O.C. while they're, again, hostile to me documenting them. That's this entire, let me be clear, the minions that are in relevant position with this route that I take, Route 61, the people that say all of them are group stalking. That's why the light source is over here. Like I said, it wouldn't be over any of these venues at all. They're all engaged in, this is speaking to what is the state system. The entity kept it over Economy Inn for a reason. Over Economy Inn is never over San Bernardino Avenue. It's never over Juniper. It's never over the Lacadena Market. It's never over where Spectrum is group stalking right now with their hazard lights on, or where they were this morning group stalking at the Fontana Metro and train station. It would never be anywhere of those locations while the entity kept it at what is Economy Inn at this time of year. But I just want to point that out. That's a big picture. The entity is stalking with the fake sun, and these are minions creating audible activity while the entity is going haywire with these hazard lights along the route. They're listening to me document. You said what? License plates 8YQW491, 8WV. I can't see that one. But that's what that was, and that's Lacadena Market 38156P2 touching. 8H82482. All right, and that's a demon that pulls out, manifesting light, because their headlights are not piercing me like that. So I just want to document that. And that's the sex offender that is Spectrum, monitoring in a private space. All right, engaging in what is molestation under the fake sun, monitoring in the private space that is the hotel room as well. Spectrum is a sex offender, the people of the state, engaging in an ongoing impermissible threat while it's listening to me. And you look at the image of that demon that's in that commercial vehicle this morning. I'm going to prosecute him as well. License 8YFD091. While Spectrum, the company, is group stalking, engaging in what is that demonic appetite for providing more documentation of that company. It's stupid. It's 7:02 p.m. That's why Spectrum's group stalking with their hazard lights on the side of San Bernardino Avenue across from Lacadena, and all those demons using their hazard lights. It's it's facilitation they're monitoring, but it's the reaction of the inferior. 8SVG, or I can't really see that. You can sketch that one. And this is the people of the state who keep a fake sun over them as I'm going back and forth from Fontana to Ontario, where again, the light source, that's not the sun that remained over Economy Inn as I remained at that venue last year. At no time ever would it be present over any of these venues as I've heavily documented it, okay? While they're engaging in more documentation, providing me more documentation that I don't even need to prosecute the people. So let me be clear. That is mutually exclusive, remaining over Economy Inn at any time of day, and then somehow venturing and remaining on any street corner over here in Fontana. Yeah, no, it's not. And especially what the entity did all day long, rising and setting. And how is it ever at the Fontana Lewis Library? Oh, it's not. It's P.O.C. 8LHC833. It's P.O.C. 1956183, which you already know that because the actual sun's not going to remain over the address of 2301 South Euclid Avenue all day long. like it's doing at the Fontana Lewis Library. $8FQR816, $8ZDM. I can't really see the rest of them. $88508M2, $8VEY406. That minion creating substantial audible activity, the old white male with the, let me see, the dark blue t-shirt on. They're creating the loud ruckus while I'm documenting what is the stalking in the path, engaging in terrorism, using their hazard lights, the people acting with spectrum. And this is around the Lacadena market, and then they begin all this loud, they get all loud laughing and talking. First of all, they're monitoring, and those are demons that are doing so while they are listening to me document what I am speaking about on my podcast. And that's what's so psychotic about the people of the state engaging in this conduct. But anyway, I'm just speaking to that minion. I captured an image of him. He's monitoring. And it is also the pathetic conduct of the people. He's getting off right now, crossing path, monitoring on this bus with this employee, the company Omnitrans. And I don't think they're displaying an employee number. I have not seen it yet. It's 7:05 p.m. HYF274. Currently 7:07 p.m. 7DDJ 790. Monitoring with the minion that's on the side of the road with their hazards on. We're at San Bernardino Avenue, which is about to turn into 4th Street, at Etowanda Avenue. 7PIM 838, the same. 6
PXS099. This is the people engaging in ongoing facilitation, lining the path with light, group stalking with the state. It's 7:09 p.m. PVE 197, and this is Prologis, the Crossroads Business Park. They're monitoring. That's a facilitating venue, while the entity is hovering via aircraft and lining the streets with demons that are using their hazards. That's a facilitating venue where they are monitoring as well. And by the way, that's not different. Well, I am, for example, on the bus in the morning or any other time in the ongoing P.O.C. I'm just pointing it out right now. While the entity engages in this criminal conduct, it is indicating who else is monitoring. In the same way that demons engaging in the conduct, it is indicative of who else are of the same condition. You're sitting outside of that property, you're in relevant position, that property I'm going to document as well, and they're monitoring. All right, so that's why I'm pointing it out. It's not different when I'm on the same route and the entity's keeping a fake sun and cycling directed light through the middle of the bus and I'm crossing paths with it. But we're right here, so I'm gonna document that venue that's monitoring. License CC16R73 paper. License 6WED764. 8RVB 277. 8ETC 802. It's 7:11 p.m. UOU 613 43625J3. UPS is crossing path. And they did earlier, but I was speaking specifically about something else, so that's why I did not specifically note it, but they're crossing path again. It's 7:12 p.m. We're now on 4th Street. Ontario Fire crossing path, as you can hear. Let's see, license 6AQA454 7EHC272. Going into the 5030 Exchange Plaza, monitoring. That's a meaning using his phone as a method of audible activity creation, and it's also operation of communication devices monitoring. And that's the Ontario Fire Department going into the 5030 Exchange shopping plaza, crossing path with lights on the vehicle. These are demons that are doing the same thing that Spectrum is doing and third parties are doing. They're using a fire truck. 6BLJ341. 2813197 is UPS, who's monitoring with the fire department. That's the state acting directly and vicariously right now. 8FPJ278. And that is the ARCO that they're going to. P.O.C. And I took a picture of that. It's 7:13 p.m. BF27K93. And let me be clear, that's facilitation for Ontario Mills, Costco, Panera Bread. All of these venues over here, they're monitoring with the state. 8SZY271, 7YXH366, 7BMP100, 7YVA138, SC Fuels crossing path. SC Fuels license 48739M2, monitoring with the state. License 8NFE928, I believe. Let's see. Let me see that one. 7MFN649. And that one is, I think I read that one already. That one is 8NFE928. Yeah, I read that one correctly. Just make sure I read it correctly.
8 ppf 133. Monitoring at the Chevron at 4th Street, the freeway entrance. They're monitoring. The fire department's keeping their lights on at the 5030 Exchange Shopping Center. They're monitoring. All of them are. Okay, it's facilitation. 8 BHT 905. The vast property of Costco. Every minion on the grounds, every minion working there, they're monitoring. License C 8SZY271, in case I did not read that one already. BWG6023, that's out of state. 8JVC653. I'm sorry, 8JVC853. BF27K93 paper, 6LUN774. 6XTY978. And that's UPS. Already read their license plate. Eight LZE 805, 8 USY 557, 8 NED 917, 98 LZ 510. SOX 5150, molesting. 8 EFW 405 038. Oh, I can't see the rest of them. Let's go to that one. 8 EFW. Oh no, there's like 8 EEW. What is 8 EFW 405? 7 DNB 537. Molesting, all of them. Got one demon after another turning from inside of the Ontario Mills onto 4th Street, and they're touching with light while they're doing so. So I'm sitting at a red light. UPS is sitting around. All these demons with their license plates, they're all crossing paths and touching together. 6UJL 541. PHN 152. This is the entity engaging in criminal summoning again. This is Ontario Mills. License 178RI. 6SOV 140. Hold on. Ain't I read that one already? And this is American Medical Response engaging in criminal summoning. 8PHX 652. See 8SKF 684, monitoring with American Medical Response. Understand what that is? That's facilitation by the Ontario Fire Department and American Medical Response at Ontario Mills, driving down 4th Street. It's criminal summoning. License 5DNL 191. License 8SMN 295. Seven JIV 171. 6SBT 802. And this is the pattern of conduct outdoors, like I document every day. But you're understanding when I'm showing you in a closed universe, if you will, the demons and the pattern of conduct as they're engaging it in a room inside of a building, monitoring with the rest of the state. You have what is being outdoors, and it's the same maintenance of that same ongoing environment, and it includes the government that is acting through the people of the state who are in traffic, who are out in public amongst you, all around you, who are acting with the entity that uses police vehicles and fire trucks and ambulance vehicles to maintain noise, just like those demons were doing inside of the computer lab. In what was directed light, that pattern of conduct is underway right now, and those demons use ambulances and fire trucks That's the entity acting directly, 8PHX652, excuse me. And those are demons doing so, and that's an impermissible threat, 5FFT791, 8RRS 888. That's massive facilitation of surveillance by the state. Documenting those state actors, that company, American Medical Response, and the fire department, okay? And they're engaging in that conduct, and that is speaking to what is, again, while the entity is altogether monitoring documentation. So it is 7:19 p.m. And I'm, again, this is pathetic. That's why I laugh, not because it's funny. It is entirely pathetic, and I'm going to prosecute the entity. All right, you got the entity at Westcom, third-party facilitating venue. You got 3 police vehicles loitering in relevant position for crossing path. They're monitoring with the fire department, who's in relevant position. They're monitoring with American Medical Response. They're monitoring with this demon, license plate 7LCB728, who's crossing path, 8BZA513, 8ZDR437, 7NQT458. Alrighty, showing you what is presence of the Ontario Fire Department at the Ontario Mills, at the third-party facilitating venue Westcom in particular, and they are crossing path in doing so. License 7FTY181. License 5PB. I can't really see that one. $7XSM060, I believe. Hold on. 7LCB728, 7XSM640, 6LOU563. This is the same bus, the same company, not the exact same, but this is the same bus company. All right. I'm showing you what is impossible light that's sprawling through the middle of the bus. This is P.O.C. Okay. 97935H2. You are stalking where that ongoing environment is present. You are stalking, and you are a demon who is stalking. That is the Ontario Police at the Westcom venue, while demons of American Medical Response use their lights and sirens to facilitate criminal conduct that the Ontario Police are engaged in, while the Ontario Fire Department uses their lights and sirens to facilitate the criminal conduct of the Ontario Police, who are group stalking. Okay? Just want to be clear on that. License, currently, it's 7:21 p.m. at Ontario Mills. And that was the fire department, that was the ambulance, that was the police department. Okay? All together, they're monitoring together. It's 6:22 p.m. Excuse me, 7:22 p.m. Excuse me. 6WCL086. 6XUD256, I believe. DN286 handicap. And like I documented before, this McDonald's inside of Ontario Mills, they're monitoring with the Ontario Police, who are group stalking behind the Westcom property that is on the grounds of Ontario Mills, 6RMM390. While demons are patrolling around, manifesting light, directed light is sprawling on the floor of this bus. The demons of the fire department and American Medical Response are engaged in facilitation, and the Ontario Police are group stalking in relevant position. Alrighty. It is 7:23 p.m. Let's see. $7SDX606. Molesting. BF60Y91 paper. UFV423. the Wendy's. Okay, the Wendy's on, this is Milliken. Yeah, molesting with light, group stalking. You got a demon in the drive-thru, and while they're manifesting light, you have demons that are driving through it, creating flashing of light conduct while I'm sitting on the bus in alignment to where I'm sitting. This is how precise demonic activity is and how they're engaging conduct with light. 8TBZ255 is a demon that drives through that manifested light, and while the bus is stopped across the street, having just left the bus stop, that's creating light activity, flashing of light, while every demon is one after another drives through the bright light of a demon that's sitting in the driveway of Wendy's. Okay, that's documentation of that whole venue. But like I said, I'm just pointing one out. The people of the state are monitoring. This is ongoing surveillance. I'm pointing out what I'm observing. All of them are going to be prosecuted. Okay, this is the prosecution of the government. This is the prosecution of the state. And it's good for you to know the company names that you look at on TV, that you hear about, they want you to come purchase. You need to know about what they're actually about, what they're doing, especially out here in California. You need to know about that. Currently 7:26 p.m. We're at Porsche and Inland Empire Boulevard at 7:26 p.m. License 919VJ handicap.
Thank you. Currently 7:28 p.m. All right, license 1545906, bus 2349. And again, that's 1545906. The Latino male with a thick accent, heavy accent, driving that bus where I'm subject to the pattern of conduct. He's engaging in the pattern of conduct, representing the people of the state. Group stalking and monitoring, terrorizing, threatening with the Ontario Police, with American Medical Response, engaging in sexual violence with the entity as well, ongoing cycling of directed light, molestation via directed light, the entity engaging in what is group stalking via aircraft and helicopter. And I did capture an image of that third party that's operating that bus. All right, molesting is license plate 7NJZ307 Metro 102. It's monitoring as well. That's where I'm at, 7VCR 908. I'm sorry, 7VCR 808. Those are sex offenders. They are at the intersection in order to touch with directed light. They are stalking, and they are engaging in the conduct of the people of the state that are demons that are molesting with directed light while they are engaging in surveillance, okay? Right now, while I'm walking down the street, the entity is engaging in an ongoing sex offense. Directed light is moving across the three-star janitorial building, and you have what is demons that are driving on Hope Boulevard. Okay, their headlights are not fanning out across that building. This is the pattern of stalking with light, okay? And so that is the conduct of the sex offender. Again, that third party whose image I capture operating that bus, engaging in terrorism and state surveillance by virtue of his operation of that vehicle, and I'm surrounded by that P.O.C. You are directly engaged in it and facilitating it, and are documenting while I'm documenting that pattern of conduct. So that is the P.O.C. as I'm documenting it. I'm documenting that third party that's driving that bus representing that company. It's currently 7:51 p.m. and I did get off at Metro 102 where the entity is engaging in ongoing sexual violence. Getting off the bus, they want to keep on touching, and they're all stalking, following from intersection to intersection, corner to corner, in the same way that they follow into bathrooms, okay? In the same way that they follow with helicopters. Alrighty, all manner of what is stalking conduct. This is terrorism by a government. It's 7:51 p.m. This is P.O.C.